Welcome back, guys, and thank you for tuning into another video. So today I'm going to be doing some dip nails on myself. I will be doing my left hand only, right hand off camera. We're going to try to do something fun with the Peppi gel today. So this will actually be my second time applying Peppi gel. I did record my very first impressions video and application and ended up deleting that footage on accident, so that video is no longer available. So I'm very sorry. This will be my second application. I did learn some tips and tricks, so if you are new to Peppi gel like I am, stay tuned and let's get dipping. Okay, so I am definitely always going to start off with putting some kind of manicuring mat. This mat, you guys, I really can't remember where I got it from. I think I got it from Amazon, but I believe if you just type in like silicone manicuring mat, there's all kinds of options. This one was cute. I liked it, so I picked it up. But this is going to protect my table from all of the powder and possible spills, and also the glue / adhesion in the Peppi step bottles. Okay, and I will always have a napkin with me too, so I can wipe my brush off. Okay, so today I think that I am going to be doing 3 colors, probably a dark, light, and a glitter. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so let's see what we can do with these. I am going to attempt to make a sweater nail out of one of these. I think I'm going to be using the purple as my main color. So we've got Cabin Fever, Shell No, which I believe is kind of like a pinky purple shimmer glitter. I don't know what is wrong with my camera not wanting to focus. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so Shell No and Cold and Cozy. I'm going to attempt to do the sweater nail on top of Cold and Cozy, and then I have got my clear as my base, as always, to help remove the color and help remove from staining if that does happen. I like to use a base just like I do with nail polish. Okay, so let's get started. These are brand spanking new. These are products that I just received in the mail yesterday. So excited! So I ordered about 18 different colors. If any of you guys follow me, you know that here we got liquids 1, 2, and 3. So easy, makes it very, very simple to do this. Yes, if you guys follow me, you know that I have major nail allergies, and I was attracted to this product because it is HEMA monomer free. What they use inside of their liquids is basically the same kind of adhesion that they use in hospitals to glue cuts up or stitches, you know, things like that. So it is safe for me. I'm not saying it's safe for you, but I am very, very allergic to HEMA. They are 9 free and vegan and cruelty, I believe. So cruelty and vegan free. Vegan and cruelty free. Can't speak this morning. So anyways, stir up your pots. We're gonna go ahead and go in with 1. This is our base. You want to apply your layers very thin, making sure that you are not wiping on the outside of the bottle, only the inside. You will glue this shut, making sure your base layer is very, very thin. If you are pretty good at applying nail polish, this is going to be a breeze for you. In order to keep your nails looking really good, thin, very natural, always keep your layers thin. Do not glop this product on whatsoever. Super, super thin, because you can build it up. Alright, I've got my layer going. I'm going to go ahead and angle this Dip twice. Now normally, I would be sprinkling the product on, but because I have already washed my hands, I am not worried about that. I know that they are nice and clean. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next finger. Again, making sure that we wipe the majority of the product off on the inside of our bottle. I'm going to pull back my skin and get as close to my cuticle as I can. Making sure my application is very thin. I'm going to keep repeating that. If you glop it on and then you go to dip down into your powder, it's going to smush your base liquid up, and then you're going to have like a little speed bump on your nail. And then it's not going to be pretty. Wiping off all the excess on the inside of the bottle. Making sure our application is very thin. If you have too much, go down inside the bottle again, wipe it off. Pull back the sides of your fingers. And a key to get really close to your cuticles is to start down here, about a few centimeters away from your cuticle, and then you're going to do like this bulldozer technique and just push that close to your cuticle so that the brush will fan out. So super, super thin. Oh my gosh, I hope I was in frame for that. Tapping off the excess. Okay, let me make sure I'm in frame for that. Okay, so wiping off the excess in our bottle. And why are you not focusing? Pulling back the skin, starting a few centimeters away from our cuticle. Making sure to get very close to the side walls, capping the free edge, always capping the free edge. And then you're going to take your brush and you're going to do a bulldozer effect and just shimmy that product right up to the cuticle so that your brush will fan out, making that perfect cuticle line. Dip. And again, bulldozer. Got a little hair or something. Okay, so we've got our first layer of base down. That is all I put. We're going to go ahead and wipe off the excess powder. And these little brushes are Wet n Wild that I bought from Amazon. I think they were just like $1 some odd a piece. Super, super cheap. Okay. Base layer is down. Okay, so I think that I am going to do my sweater nail probably on this one, glitter on this one, and purple on the rest. So let's see how this goes. So let's start off with Cabin Fever. I like to give my containers a good shake. Okay. Again, these are brand spanking new. Because I used a clear powder, I'm just going to go ahead and use this other end. It's not going to contaminate. And give that a good stir. You know, they definitely don't skimp on your powder. I mean, this is full to the brim. This must be like their old jars too. I suppose these are their old jars, and this is the new look. Definitely prefer the new look over the old one. It's very sleek and professional. Okay, let's go dipping. Alright, back to our number one. Wiping off the excess. I'm going to go ahead and go about halfway on my nail into the center so I can give myself a small apex. Wiping my brush off before putting it back in. I'm going to go ahead and dip at an angle. Same thing for my pointer. Wiping my brush off. Now I've seen a lot of people, like even the girls who own Peppi Gel, not wipe their brush off after they brush off the excess powder, but I'm just a little paranoid and I wipe my brush off every step. So it's probably not necessary. I know it's very important, definitely during some steps, but just to create a good habit, I go ahead and wipe it off every time. Oh my goodness, we are going over the edge with this. Okay, so we've got those going on. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of set the cap on top of that, move it to the side. Let's do our sweater finger. I hope these colors look okay together. Now, I was curious what this color looked like yesterday, so I went ahead and mixed it already. So I'm not going to mix it, just give it a good shake. Okay. I was also curious what this one looked like yesterday, so I had already stirred it. I'm just going to give it a good shake. Oh, that is so stinking pretty. I don't know if like the actual glitter colors are showing up on camera, but you've got like some pinks, some purples and blues, a little bit of green. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Right down the middle. Wipe off my brush. That was just a bit thick, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and just sprinkle it on because I actually put that one on a little too thick. So I'm going to use my cuticle pusher, a new cuticle pusher that is clean and sanitized, and just sprinkle that on top because I don't want to push my powder around. I don't want to push my liquid around on my nail. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the second layer now, wiping off the excess. So this is the part that I was talking about. I've seen other girls as well as the owners of Peppi Gel do this. Once they brush off the excess powder, when they go to put their base layer back on, they don't wipe their number one off, but I am going to, again, just to create a good habit. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with another thin layer. You can see I did not cover the actual product. I'm gonna wipe my brush off and go back in for another dip of liquid, and then I'm going to just very carefully bulldoze that product right up there to my cuticle and dip. very clean lines. You can take a cuticle pusher or anything with some sort of edge, and if you're not very good with polishing your nails, go ahead and remove that excess around your cuticles, but I don't have a problem with that. Okay, my leg is going to sleep. I have to readjust myself, so hold on, guys. Okay. Again, back in with my one. I really hope I don't make a mess with my other hand using this product. We're going to see how that goes. Again, I have a very clean cuticle line when I use that bulldozing technique to get super, super close to my cuticle. What is up with my camera? Not focusing. Bulldozing that product right up there, pulling it down. And you always want to go either at an angle. What is happening? You guys, I'm really sorry if this is out of focus. I don't know what the deal is. Okay. Alright, so yes, either go at an angle with your dip powder or sprinkle it on. If you don't go at an angle and you just dip straight in, you're going to probably push your number one around. And again, you don't want that ugly speed bump. Bulldozing the product up so my brush fans out evenly across my nail. Now, I don't know why I do this double dip thing. Probably just because I've seen everybody else do it. So I don't know if that's necessary, but again, habit. Bulldozing the product. Capping the free edge. Wiping my brush off. Angle. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, and that was dip number 2. They recommend 3 dips. I'm going to go ahead and do my 3rd dip. Brushing off the excess powder. This purple is probably going to be one of my all-time favorites. I am a purple girl. Love, love purple. And it's really hard to find a pretty purple that's like deep, but not so deep that it looks black, but just really rich in color. Okay, here we go. So look at those cuticles. I mean, perfect. Okay. Dip 3. Back with our number 1. Starting off with the finger that I first started with. Okay, because there is more product on my nail, I'm going to go in with just a little bit more product on my brush. Again, bulldozing it up there very, very carefully. My thumbs are so much wider than the rest of my nails, so I'm going to wipe this off, go back in for a little bit more product. This side is kind of drying a little bit already, so I'm going to go ahead and go back over that real quick. Capping the free edge, wiping the brush off, and dip. Bulldozing technique. Capping the free edge, wiping off my brush, dip. Again with the bulldozing. Once you get used to that bulldozing and pushing the product, instead of just slapping the product on there, you have so much more control over where that product or polish is going. Super clean cuticle lines. I might have got some on my finger right here. Yeah, just a little bit. Go ahead and push that down. Or push my skin down at least. Okay, we are done with this color. I'm gonna go in with our Cold and Cozy. I'm gonna get a little bit more product than I usually would. Wiping off just one side of the brush. Bulldozer. Pull it down. Once you also get really good at that and you can do like your 3-stroke method, just makes it, you can work so much faster. Now this video is going to be long just because it's a tutorial and you guys are watching me do this, so I'm going a little bit slow so you can see exactly what I'm doing. But once you get all these techniques down, it's going to take you like no time at all to do a Peppi gel manicure. And dip. Okay, so we are done with these colors. Now, before I close my number 1, I am going to set my brush over here to the side. Going to take some acetone. Just because I am a little bit paranoid. And once you glue this shut, it ain't good anymore. Don't even try to open it. I've heard that bottles will bust. And you don't want to get glue all over your hand. For one, that much product on your hand could possibly cause an allergic reaction / contact dermatitis, what I suffer with. So I'm going to go ahead and just make sure that the brim of my bottle is completely clean and free of number 1 residue or gel or whatever that is. Go ahead and put my brush back in and close it. So you definitely have to be very, very careful with your number 1. You have to be careful with all of them. Whoa. Okay. Brushing off the excess. And we're going to, actually, you know what, beforehand, I'm going to go ahead and cap my glitter in clear so I don't lose any of this glitter when I go ahead and refine my shape. Anytime you're putting product on top of your nail, you're going to kind of lose your shape a little bit. So you're going to have to go back in there and refine your shape after applying product. So let's go ahead and just cap this one so I don't lose any of this pretty glitter. All right, and we are going to give that just a minute to dry, and then we're going to activate these and shape them up. And I will show you guys how I get really, really close to my cuticle with a bit to get that perfect cuticle line. Okay, so we are all dry here. I'm going to go ahead and use our number 2 to activate. I have seen some girls just kind of like slap this stuff on, getting it all over their fingers and all over. It just splashes. I can't do that, just because I've had contact dermatitis and I am now absolutely aware and paranoid about product touching my skin. So you can see it spreading across your product. So just as a precaution, I wouldn't just slap it all over your skin. You definitely want a generous amount, but don't get it all over the place. Okay, so we're going to wait for 2 minutes for this to cure our product before we shape. Okay, so because I, again, allergy problem, don't really want to be inhaling any of this dust, I am going to be using my MelodySuzie dust extractor so that none of this stuff is going up my nose or in my lungs. You know, it might take a while for this stuff to accumulate in your body, but I'm sure you will notice it quickly with sinus infections, wheezing, coughing. Just take precautions while doing your nails. You know, I used to hate that people without a license could get a hold of nail products, just because I spent so much money going to school to get licensed for this, to do it professionally, to do it safely. I took extra classes, medical classes and advanced classes so that I could really be knowledgeable in this stuff. So just do it right, guys, and be safe. So we are going to be using this cuticle bit to go around the free edge. I mean, not around the free edge, guys. Around the cuticle. Now, so the easiest way to tell whether or not your nail is like perfectly smooth. Okay, can you see if my camera is going to focus? Alright, so when you're doing your filing, if you see any little shiny spots, those are either high or low divots in your nail. So when the entire nail is completely matte, then you know that you have a nice, smooth nail. And go ahead and use an additional paper towel to really wipe away any dust. I don't want any of that dust to get inside of my activator bottle. I don't want any dust to get inside of any bottle, contaminating it. Okay. Flip this over so I can use this clean paper towel to wipe my activator bottle off. This is a really long video, guys, so if you have stayed tuned to the very end, I congratulate you. I've done a lot of talking through this, so there's not going to be a whole lot of editing to do. I just hate editing. I'd rather just talk while I'm doing it. So I'm going to try to fast forward through most of this that I can. Kind of shorten up this video. You guys aren't seeing it, but I am, and so far it's about 35 minutes long. Holy moly. It's probably about how long it should take you to do a full set, both nails. I meant both hands. Okay, so we are activated. We're going to give it 2 minutes and then apply our top coat. Okay, so we're at 2 minutes. We are going to wipe these off. I'm going to use a new side of the paper towel each time I move to a finger. Okay, so number 3, you have to be very quick. You need to use the 2 to 3 brushstroke methods. Quickly, in the middle, to the left, to the right. My other fingers are really little, so I can pretty much cover them with a left and right swipe. Oh no, there's a fuzz. Oh Lord, I hate when I get fuzz in my nails. You know what? I totally did not wipe my bottle off before I was going in there. Oh my god, you're supposed to wipe your bottle off with each first layer swipe. Oh my god, I hope I didn't contaminate it. Okay. So, now we're going to go in with a generous layer of number 3, and this one you can really get in there and slap it on there. Do several layers, or swipes, I mean, if you need to. From everything that I have read and seen, the first application you have to be really, really quick, just because that's what's coming in contact with the activator to help seal it all together. And if you brush too much, you get them lumpy, bumpy thingies and speed bumps and stuff. We don't want that. Second coat can be nice and thick to give you that really glossy look. Super glossy. Okay. 2 minutes until it's dry, and then we're going to go in with a cute little sweater nail design on this one. Okay, so I totally changed my mind on the sweater design because I was looking through my plates and I found these flowers, and I just love these flowers right here in the middle. This is plate JQ02. So I'm going to use this one, actually. Focus. Alright, so I'm going to go in with my stamping polish from Clear Jelly Stamper. I'm also going to be using their... Oh, I'm just kidding. This is Bundle Monster, which I don't think it's called Bundle Monster anymore. Okay, so now that these are dry, go in with a generous layer of this white. You're going to roll the image and then roll the image down onto the nail. Oh, we have a smear. Gotta redo it. I can't live with that. Okay, so here's the dealio. I'm so used to working with gel product. Alright, So we have got to, I had to remove that with acetone. We've got to buff this. I'm going to buff it. Where's my little buffer? Where'd it go? I'm losing stuff. There it is. Okay, I'm going to buff the shine off of this because once you have a shiny surface, when you put the image on there, it just kind of slides and smears. So we need to give it something to stick to. I'm going to buff this. And we're going to try that again. Let's use some rubbing alcohol just to remove that residue. Give that a second to dry matte. Okay. While that is evaporating, let's go again. Middle image. Generous amount of polish. Scrape it off. We're going to roll our stamper. And roll our image on. Perfection. Okay, so much better. When you have a glossy surface and you go to mash or roll, it's just going to smear. So make sure you buff that top, not top layer off, just give it a little bit of something to stick to. So I'm going to take a cleanup brush and clean up that. And then we're going to top coat that again. Okay. We're going to clean that up. This is another one of those Wet Wild brushes. I think this is, I'm not familiar with my brushes. Is this a crease brush? No, I don't think this is a crease brush. Whatever the shape is that's used for is like the perfect cleanup brush. Because it's, it keeps its shape. And you can really get in there. In the cuticles and in the sidewalls and clean that shit up. Perfect. Okay, so I don't know. Sorry guys. I don't know if it's just me, user error, which obviously it's me. Okay, you see how my top coat, my number 3, has wrinkled? It didn't do that on the glitter one. Did it on my thumb though. So I don't know what I'm doing. I watched several videos and you're supposed to do your 1-2 swipe and then the heavier coat with, once you go back and do it again. I'm still getting wrinkling. So I'm going to go ahead and just buff these smooth once again. And I'm going to go in with my top coat from, where did it go? Light Elegance. This is a gel top coat. Again, a HEMA-free product. And I will be going in with my rechargeable MelodySuzie lamp to cure everything down. Okay, nice and cured. I'm going to go in with my rubbing alcohol to remove that tacky layer from the gel polish. So if any of you already use Peppi gel and you have some tricks for me with that number 3, you should be able to use your number 3 to get a high shine with no problem, but I cannot do it. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe I possibly like contaminated it already or something. So as always, I'm going to finish off with cuticle oil, rub it in. With my gel, I always like to go ahead and kind of buff in that cuticle oil. Okay, so there we have it. I'm going to be doing my other hand off camera. You guys, I'm already at like an hour on this video. That's ridiculous. Okay, so hopefully I can kind of cut out some parts of this video and speed up the majority of it. So there we have it, our Pedicure. Nice, clean cuticles and a beautiful high shine. So we have cabin fever on these 3, cold and cozy with a cute little flower design, and shell no. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in a couple weeks for our new Pedicure. Bye guys, and thanks for watching.